Hello and welcome to the weekly tarot forecast for the Numinous week beginning August the 24th. I'm Lindsay Mack, and the card that I've pulled for us this week is Six of Crystals or Pentacles. So as we round out our last week in the month of August, we are kind of called to think about balance. Anytime we pull a six in the tarot, there's a kind of unification happening. The fives are usually some kind of contraction, always for our good. And what happens after contraction is typically expansion. And sometimes in the sixes, that's an immediate expansion. And sometimes in the sixes, there's kind of a journey to expansion. So the six cannot really feel all that expansive sometimes in certain suits, but some of them do. And Six of Pentacles is really an example of one of those. So we've made it through eclipse season. We made it through the moon. We made it through, Mercury is direct. We're beginning to come out of some of this. We're kind of preparing to go into Virgo, even though we're technically in Virgo, that preparation of the first few days of Virgo is always really important with any sign to begin to lean into the transition from like Leo to Virgo. It's a huge shift. We're basically moving from Strength to the Hermit. So the Hermit is all about, as it relates to Virgo, slowness. It's all about pausing, considering, waiting, not necessarily needing to know what to do or have an answer. So this is where Six of Crystals or Pentacles comes in, because the whole deal with this card is balance. It's equilibrium. So if we need to give in order to be balanced in the Six of Pentacles, we're invited to give. If we need to receive, we're invited to receive. This is often depicted in a money paradigm, a money framework, but let's think about healers. So if you're a masseuse, being in the Six of Pentacles is an opportunity to do one of two things or both. To have a real sit down with yourself and say to yourself, am I being filled right now by giving body work? Is that filling me? Even if I'm tired at the end of my day, is it filling me up in some way, or is it taking a piece of me every time I do it? And if it is, what do I need to refill my cup with? Do I need body work? Am I meant to be in a position of receiving rather than giving right now? What's my relationship with this idea, and how can I change it? Another beautiful way that Six of Pentacles can arise is it can have to do with tithing. It can have to do with reflecting on how far we've come. So if you are someone who at one point had nothing, had no money, no support, and somebody came in for you and helped you, maybe took you on a trip, maybe got you where you were going, maybe donated, maybe tithed, did a trade with you, helped you out. You might be in a position to come full circle where you're doing that for somebody else. And, even though it is so confronting and overwhelming sometimes to receive on that level, it can be so vulnerable. If we are in need and someone steps in and offers us something to help make our lives easier and more full and prosperous, it is such an intense experience of beauty to be able to give that when someone really needs it. So it might be that it's your turn to step into that role. No matter what, whether we need to receive more, we're being invited to give, we're balancing in some way, no matter what we're doing, we're being called to balance. So in order to do that, first we have to kind of drop in hermit style and ask ourselves, what does my body need right now? Pentacles are always about the body and how it connects to the earthly realm. That's why money is like 2% of the Pentacles. It has everything to do with earth and grounding and that element. Ask yourself what it is that your body is looking for, and it will guide the way for you to balance and align with whatever you're meant to be receiving right now. It has been such a deep joy and honor to be serving you through this month of August. Thank you for having me again. I love all of you, and please take care of yourselves.